Hey what's up guys, it's Averroes and welcome back to my channel. In this video, we are going to be talking about on how to moot part 3, where specifically in this video, we are going to be looking at on how to submit for oral submission. And I guess this is the last part for my mooting videos. So I hope you guys enjoyed all the 3 videos that I've made for my channel, and without further ado, let's just jump right in. Before you proceed or begin with your oral submission, you have to do a introductory statement. So here's one example. If it pleases this honorable court, I am ... together with my co-counsel ... representing the appellant or respondent, and I shall be deliberating on the first and second issue. We shall require 25 minutes of the court's time, where I shall be using 10 minutes and another 5 minutes for the rebuttal if you are doing the rebuttal. Before we proceed, will the court require any brief statement of facts? Alright, so when you say does the court require any brief statement of facts, you give and you say out your brief statement of facts, which is the summary of the whole case. My advice is that you use 1 minute of explaining the brief statement of facts, because you need another 9 minutes of your own time to talk about everything else. After you finished with the brief statement of facts, you ask the court, does the court require any further inquiries? And you answer any questions if the court have any. If they don't, then you begin with your oral submission. Now, to begin off your oral submission, I think a best way for you to begin is by saying the appellant or respondent's first bone of contention is that, and you say out the heading, the subheading of your written memorial that you've written, and you translate it into the oral submission. So basically, for oral submission is that you are verbally saying your written submission, but in a very concise and understandable way, in a way that you're able to convey it to the judges. As the appellant or respondent, we shall begin with the first bone of contention. Once you're done with the first bone of contention, all of the related information, then you say, we shall now proceed with the second bone of contention. When you are talking about your bone of contentions, when you're talking about all the laws, when you're talking all about your arguments, and at a certain point during the oral submission, you need to show the judges at which page and which paragraph that you are talking about that certain point, that certain argument, that certain law. So for example, in a case when you are when you're submitting, you will say something like this. In this case, there was offer and acceptance. And in order to prove that, we would like to bring the attention of the court to the case of carbolic smoke ball. And we would like to direct the court's attention to paragraph 8 on page 10 or something along those lines, something like that, of our written memorial. So that's how you bring the attention, that's how you bring, attract the court's attention to that particular law or your own argument. Then after you've done that, once you presented everything, then it is time for you to conclude all of your grounds, conclude all of your arguments of law. So to conclude, you will probably say something like this. To conclude, we would like to reiterate our first and second bone of contention with these related legal explanations and details. That is to say, blah blah blah. And then you will say, does the court have any further inquiries or questions before we, appellant or respondent, close their case? And if there are any questions, you answer them. If not, you will say, if there are no further inquiries, we thank the court for its time and indulgence. Also, take note, during the oral submission, you will also have to take into consideration of how you address the court and the bench. For example, in mooting, in normal civil courts, you will address the judges as your lordship, or depends on the court that you're in. If you're in a court of appeal, you'll say something like Yang Arif. But if you're inside an arbitration mooting competition, you will most probably address the court or the bench as Lord President or Madam President. Again, in civil mooting scenarios, you might also say your ladyship, your lordship. So take into consideration of how you address the court. At the same time, also maintain a level of decorum. Also ensure that your language is fluent. Ensure that the language that you are using is formal and it suits the ambience, the overall scenario within a court, because formality and decorum is everything when it comes to mooting. So I believe that's all about it in this video, and I would like to say thank you guys so much for spending your time watching this video. I will be continuing on making more and more videos in order to help you guys in law school and other law related stuff or information. And until then, thank you guys so much, and see you guys till then. Thank you.